podcast dudes and these passport bros, y'all don't know how to a woman correctly. And then when she tell you that, now she ain't. No, go learn how to I bet you it'll solve a lot of problems between us. Because y'all don't know how to and you mad because we do.
This is the best mental health promo I ever heard in my life.
I'm being honest with y'all. I am being so honest. I really believe that a lot of friction is now women are going, we are tired of bad sex and we're tired of being quiet about bad sex. I had some bad sex 2 nights ago. I told him at the Ritz. I told that to get the out. How dare you me like that at the Ritz? The goddamn Empire State Building is right there. How you me like that in front of the Empire State Building? Get the out of here.
Now we got Leslie Jones giving advice on sex. Leslie Jones giving advice on how to keep a man in the bedroom, or should I say, what men should do in the bedroom to please, out of all people, Leslie Jones? Really? Stay to the end and see who gets this week's Stomp Award. Coming up next. Welcome to Rewind, my new online digital platform. Before we go any further, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to smash that subscribe button. Smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when the video comes out each and every week. We'll get right to the chase. I'm going to show you this clip of an old woman. She's an OG. This old woman is going to give advice to the passport bros on why they should stay here and date women here in the United States. Let's roll the clip.
This is to all of the damn single black men out there that keep hollering about they going out of the country to get them a wife. Y'all want me to talk? Y'all baby mama say, y'all better sit y'all ragged ass down because you owe back child support. And they don't let y'all get no passports. So it don't look like y'all going nowhere.
And now she's saying that she's making a comment that men should stay here because we have child support. And if we don't pay our child support, we can't get our passports and go outside the country. But let me tell you something, OG. Old grandma. That's what OG stands for, old grandma. See, the thing is, you got to realize one thing. Men who pay child support and are not paying their child support cannot leave the country. We're not talking about these has-beens, these dusty dudes out in the streets. We're talking about men with jobs. We're talking about men that have careers. We're talking about men that have something that's going for them. We're not talking about these dusty dudes in the streets. So these men are getting the passports. These men are going overseas. These men are getting women in these other countries, Asia, the Philippines, and women in the Caribbean, women on the African continent. These men have resources. We're not talking about these guys that are on the streets. These guys just came out of jail. We're not talking about those dudes. So the guys that you are talking about, we getting our passports. We are dating overseas. And the thing about it, we have the resources to do these things, unlike you, OG, that don't have the resources because you're over the hill and trying to give advice to these passport guys.
Right, and find you a black girl right here in these great United States because they ain't letting y'all ass go nowhere.
Another thing, you're talking about options. Once again, we have options, and another thing we're not going to do, we're not going to settle. The thing is, we've been settling for too long. So now, since we have these options, we can go other places, we can do other things. We're not going to do what is called the standard, or should I say the status quo. So we have the ability to do these things, and we have the ability of not to settle with these women, these modern women you see right here in the good old United States. Now, there's another clip of this woman. She wants to know where are all the men at. I guess when she goes to certain venues and she goes out, she don't see any men. It's all women. It's as if women go out, but men are not going out. Men are, staying home. Men are just going out by themselves. She's noticing that when she goes out, there are no men. Let's roll this clip.
So I have a question for the men, and maybe y'all can help me with this. I really want to know. Do y'all not go out anymore? I really want to know. Like, do y'all just sit at home and swipe left and swipe right online? Because I go out to different events and I go to restaurants and to the beach and all kinds of stuff, right? I'm outside. It's always a bunch of women. It's never any men there. And I know we're all there for the same reason, right? We want to meet people, right? Socialize, exchange numbers, whatever it is. We want to meet each other. But y'all ain't ever there. Where y'all be at?
Now, I did a video about the black church, black women in the black church. And in the black women in the black church video, I noticed that there are no black men in church. I even had a video of a church, inside of a church, and you can see very little black men, if any. Men are not going out. Plain and simple. Men are not dating you. That's why you don't see the men. Men are either doing their own thing, men are home playing video games, men are home on the computer. A lot of black men nowadays have their own career. They have their own businesses. So men are taking care of their own things. They're not so much catering to you as a woman, especially black women. Another thing why men are not going out with you, and the reason why you don't see men when you go out, is that men are tired. Men are sick and tired of being sick and tired. When you go out with these men, all they want to do is what? All you want to do is juice the men for their papers. The video I did about that trifling ghetto woman who's juicing this guy, it's supposed to be a drink date, but she juicing him for his money and ordering all that food. Remember that video? Woman eats 48 oysters. You see why you women are alone? You see why you women, when you go out, there are no men? And then that other video I did about the woman who did not want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. So when we do take you out, and when we want to take you out, you feel that you're entitled to go someplace else. You don't want to go to places like, the Cheesecake Factory. You don't want to go to Chipotle. You don't want to go to the Olive Garden. What's wrong with the Olive Garden? This is why when you go out, you don't see these men. What about Burger King? You don't want to go out to Burger King? Now, you queens are looking for a king, but don't want to go to Burger King. What's up with that? Doesn't make any sense. Applebee's. What's wrong with Applebee's? You don't want to go to Applebee's? Now, I know a lot of you women, 80% of black women are overweight. 80%. So you know you women like to eat. You don't want to go to Applebee's. What's wrong with you women? But see, the thing is, when you don't want to go to these places, and then you wonder why men are not taking you out, and you wonder why when you do go out, you don't see any men. Do you get it now? Do you see what we're talking about? Do you see why you are alone and there are no men out there? You get it? Do you get it through your thick skull? A lot of you women are so pig-headed and hard-headed, you don't see what's going on. Do you get it now? This is why when you go out, there are no men. Because when they do take you out, you're not satisfied. You don't have an attitude of gratitude. And this is why things like this happens. So this week's Stump Award goes to who? The OG, the old grandma, who's telling men to stay in the good old USA to find a date, to find a wife. But look at her. You're lonely. You don't have anybody. Who's going to date you? Who has dated you in the past and why you don't have anyone now? So the Stomp Award goes to you. Ladies, gentlemen, you want an unfiltered analysis of videos just like this one. I want you to do one thing. I want you to hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. That way you are notified when the video comes out each and every week. Don't forget to leave a comment and let's get the conversation started. You're watching Rewind.